Hi guys, so in this video I'm just going to touch on a few different topics. First of all, I want to talk about the water problems that's going on in first world countries, because I usually talk about the problems that's going on in third world countries, and I think that some people might think that I'm overlooking the problems that's happening in the first world, and I do want to acknowledge that I am aware of those problems, and I think that is the reason why I'm not really focusing so much on those problems, because there isn't as much attention given to the problems that happens in third world countries. The biggest movie that I saw about these problems that happen in first world countries is Erin Brokovich, and I think it's a movie that we've all seen. I know that I have watched it more than once. I've watched it several times, and it's really impactful. It is so good, and if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend that. So I would highly recommend seeing Erin Brokovich, and I think that the problems that happen in the first world are just as important as what is happening in the third world with regards to clean drinking water problems. The first world, they get so much media coverage for these problems, and that is why my attention is more on the third world problems, although I do not think that the first world problems are less important than the third world problems, and I just wanted to point that out and clarify that. So also we have heard about what happened with the water in Flint. There was also water being poisoned there, and if you have seen Erin Brokovich, you will see that that is basically what it's about. It's about big companies that poison the water through negligence, through just simply not caring, through wanting more profits and not spending money on being. So unfortunately, there are companies out there who put profits before people, and they don't care about safe water, safe drinking water, and they poison the water. And I think because there's so much news coverage about it, I don't think I have to go into too much details about that. I think it's, something that we are all very well aware of. So I subscribe to the newsletter EcoWatch, and I just want to mention an article which is one of their most read articles, how to rehydrate quickly. And of course, the most obvious answer is you drink lots of water. But I just found it interesting that this was one of the most read articles, because I mean, it's kind of obvious, you would think. But I found some interesting things in the article, and I just want to mention one or two. So the first one is that you can drink coffee and tea, and always you think of drinking coffee and tea not as a way to hydrate, but it's really going to dehydrate you. That's what you hear all the time. But that isn't actually the case. Only if you drink stacks and stacks of coffee and tea can it dehydrate you. It actually is hydrating if you just, stick within the limits. So you will find that information in the article. The other thing that I found So the other interesting thing that they mentioned in the article was if you exercise a lot and you start to get muscle cramps or your eyes start burning, this is because of the salt that you have sweated out along with the water. And basically then you need to supplement not only the water but also the sodium that you have lost. So I found that quite interesting. Anyway, if you want to learn more about this, then just click on the link in the description box and read the article. Okay, so the third part of this video is actually really exciting and amazing, and I'm going to actually play a bit of the video for you, and then you're going to see it. So it's by a guy called Mark Rober, and he is having 16.3 million views already on this video, which was uploaded on the 15th of February 2019, and he says he only uploads 12 videos in a year. And this is something so important to him that he decided to upload this. And it's really amazing. It's really fantastic. The name of the video is Drinking Nasty Swamp Water to Save the World. It's truly fascinating and incredible. And it's basically a powder that has been invented by this guy, the scientist. And you put it in the water, and this is the part that I'm going to show you what happens when you put it in the water, basically.
So essentially there's three processes. There's coagulation, Then the next stage is flocculation, and then the last piece is the disinfection.
You start with clean water like this, but now it's all brown because it's filled with lots of dirt particles, parasites, and bacteria. So you dump the powder in the water, and as Phil explained, the coagulant part of the powder goes to work first. It's basically seed crystals that are positively charged, and because the dirt in the water is negatively charged, these seed crystals act like dirt magnets. These dirt magnets grow until they're each about 1 millimeter in size. The next part of the powder to activate is the flocculant, which is a polymer which you can think about as having huge long arms that wrap up all the little dirt magnet clumps, and now they form bigger chunks as large as 1 centimeter. And these chunks now are so big, they're just slightly more dense than the water, which means they sink to the bottom. And finally, the chlorine is released, and it goes to work on killing the 99.9999% of all the really tiny viruses and bacteria that are left in the water that didn't get wrapped up and sink to the bottom. So now you're just left with safe drinking water at the top. And this isn't just some PR stunt for P&G. Since 2004, millions of people in over 90 countries have used these packets, and they've saved untold thousands upon thousands of lives. In fact, they've cleaned enough water to fill a swimming pool that is the typical 5 feet deep by 15 feet across, only the length would need to stretch all the way across the United States over 13 times.
So I think that by watching just that wee snippet of that video, you will agree that it is truly amazing, intriguing, and inspiring. And I would really ask you to go and watch the whole video to get more information about it, and share this video with others. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and let's take this off into 2020 on a good note. All the best, and wishing you much success in 2020 with everything that you are pursuing.